safety briefing while you're loading. The first drill is going to be one mag of 20, and the drills after will also need one mag. Before loading, you need to. My name is Koko. I know we've got a couple fresh faces. Can you raise your hand if you have been one of our skill builders? You've been. Oh, okay. But you've been to a skill builder with us before, right? All right, cool. Well, thank you for coming. My name is Koko. I'm the president of the Hawaii Rifle Association. My two head instructors are Angelo over there and David in the back. They will be running this class. So if anything is wrong, it's their fault. So keep that in mind, please. Safety is our biggest priority at this range. Learning properly is our next, but safety is key. So when you run a cold range, you will not be loaded unless we tell you to load up, and we will load everyone on the line when it is your turn to shoot. Okay? Other than that, you should not be on. If you have your concealed carry permit, I don't want you carrying your gun. This is a gun class. So you're only loaded up when we are shooting. Is that understood?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, cool beans. In the event of emergency, I have a trauma kit here. This has stop the bleed stuff. David is the guy here to take care of you. And I already have people designated that will call 911 and do the necessary things. But we have not had any issues so far. Yeah. What was your name? Falcon Battle for a good bag. Alright, we also have a Google kit. I'll go grab that eventually. But yeah, so let's talk about our safety rules. Again, you are not loaded unless we tell you to get loaded up. And once more, that will be done on the line. When we are putting our rifles in, we're going to go to the sideburn, right where those gentlemen are right now. And you will get kitted up with an instructor. You will not do it on your own. Okay, so we'll do a real quick check on your sling. Make sure everything is good to go. Your sling is your rifle's holster. Everyone has one, right?
Yes.
You all have a sling. All right, so get it up over there, and then just follow instructions. Two beans?
Yep. Yep.
All right. I'll wait for my instructors to be ready to load you up, and we'll get going.
Yep. Just make sure you're I can help you out. Same thing, just yep, hold on, you can just leave it open, swing up. Your Michael E. Make sure your muzzle is pointed at the front. It's on the airline behind. Again, open and stay clear. Lock your bolt to the rear. And then we'll just put your bag in my car and then
yeah.
It's gonna be good. Okay, so the auto and just gonna come home with me. Be good. Yeah, so just bolt wants you to use Yep. I'll pull it all the way back. There you go. Okay.
Close it before because there's another one in here, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna go to one, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
More shell deflectors? Yeah, there's a fucking difference if you're shooting with shit. Too young to ever have that issue.
Hey, so what antivirus?
Now they group it with
grab one of these, Kevin. I'll move this stuff over.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll have these 2 tables on the side for anyone that needs to use a table. Otherwise, I want you prone in the dirt. And again, the prone is just for this zero drill over at 30 yards. And David will take it from here.
All right, so everybody come in a little bit closer so I don't have to yell super loud.
Oh yeah.
All right, so who here has a good zero or knows their zero? Like, be honest, like who here, so we have like 5 people out of all these people? That's not good. So if you don't have a good zero, you don't have anything, right? If you don't have a good zero, you don't know what your holdovers are. When you get closer, you don't know where to put the dot. So that's why we're doing this right now. Who uses these rifles as a self-defense rifle? So everybody should have a really good zero, right? Because again, if you don't have a good zero, you're not going to be hitting what you're shooting at. So we're going to check it at 30 today. I'm assuming most people zeroed at either 50 or 100, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it will be a slight elevation change, but your windage should be dead on. There's 0 wind here, so there's no excuses for left or right shifts, all right? We're gonna have Angelo go prone here. Who's going on the tables? All right, 2 people. So you guys listen to this, but I'm gonna go over the table stuff after, all right? But it's important you guys also know how to build a good prone position. All right, so I'll have Angelo go prone real quick. We're not shooting, not shooting. You guys can listen. Yeah, go prone. All right, so when he's going prone, he's basically trying to align the tip of the muzzle straight through his body. All right, so he's trying to get as much of his body behind the gun as possible. When he's actually shooting this, he's getting perfect trigger pulls. So he's not shooting fast, he's not slapping the trigger. He's gonna be building that perfect trigger position, and he's gonna be squeezing through until the gun goes off. Usually we reset under recoil, but for this we're gonna pin it to the rear, and we're gonna reset nice and slow, all right? You're gonna be paying attention to where your dot is, and where your dot, or is anybody running a magnified optic? Okay, well, those are dots too, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, yours is an LPVO, but so you're gonna be paying attention to where your reticle's at when you're pulling the trigger, when you break it, and where it's at after, all right? If you drag the gun off the target or jerk the trigger, we're gonna discount that shot. We're gonna, add another shot. We want at least 5 in a good group, all right? If you're sporadically all over the target, something's wrong. Either your optics mounted wrong, your barrel's mounted wrong, something's wrong, or you're just shooting wrong. So on the white targets down there, we have the A's, and we have them highlighted with a Sharpie. If you have the ability to, I want you to aim for the little box inside of the A. If you want an even finer aiming point, aim for the tip of the A. Doesn't matter if your shots are impacting somewhere else, I want you to hold that same aiming point for all 5 shots. All right, and then we're all gonna go up as a group together. We're gonna see where those groups are. The goal is to get as tight of a group as possible. I don't care where it is on the paper. The goal is to get as tight of a group as possible. Then once we go up there, we're gonna evaluate if you need to shift your actual zero. If you do, we'll come back down here. For the people that need to reshoot, we'll reshoot, and we'll get you guys a good zero before we start doing the walk back drill. Because again, if you have a bad zero before we start this, you're kind of building bad habits and bad knowledge the entire way back. So we're gonna make sure you guys have a good zero back here. As far as elevation goes, I'm not really concerned, all right? Because if you've zeroed at 100, you guys have different height of optics. There's a lot of things that come into play with elevation. You're just gonna have to understand at 30 yards, your elevation is this, all right? But windage though, it should be dead on, okay? So nice, slow, controlled fire, slow, steady trigger pulls. Does everybody have eyes and ears on them right now?
Yep.
Okay. Angelo, do you want to do a live fire demo?
You guys want one, or you guys get the idea?
Yeah, do you guys need a live fire demo for this? This is slow fire. We want, the gun anchored to your shoulder. We want nice, slow, steady pulls. You can rest the magazine on the floor. There's a lot of kind of myth about resting the magazine on the deck and it causing malfunctions. That was popular with a lot of the older magazines. Modern guns, modern magazines, that's usually not a problem. Just get as stable as possible. Focus on your breathing, and usually we break the shot at the top of the respiratory pause. So we're exhaling, we're inhaling, bang, exhale. All right. Any questions? All right. This is also where we're going to observe how you guys are loading, how safe you are. Don't load until we instruct you to. We're going to do it step by step. We load a specific way here. It's a way that I've been loading since the military. We're going to do what's called an admin load. So an admin load, we're going to lock the bolt to the rear. We're going to insert the magazine. We're going to roll the gun so you can see the ejection port. We're going to drop the bolt forward. We're going to watch that round strip off the magazine and go into the chamber. All right. If you want to press on the forward assist, you can, and then we're going to close the dust cover and make sure the safety's on. That's an admin load. At this time too, this is where you would check your lights, lasers, optics, everything, that make sure that it's the right brightness, make sure it's on, make sure the batteries aren't dead, all that stuff. Make sure your stock is adjusted correctly. When you go prone, you may have to adjust the stock to a different position to get into a better, cheek weld. But yeah, this is your time to make sure that you have a good zero, because if this is incorrect and we go down there and throughout the entire rest of the day, it's going to be off. Okay.
Yeah. Last thing, we're shooting prone in the dirt. It's going to be dusty. If you do not have sight picture, do not take this shot. Take your time. This is not a speed drill. This is an accuracy drill. Okay, so let the dirt go away and then take your shot.
And this is also a good kind of representation of what it would be like if you were shooting prone in the dirt, like out in the woods or something. Has anybody not shot in the dirt before? Okay. Are you guys running muzzle brakes? You're running a flash hider. You're running a muzzle brake. So you're probably going to kick up a lot of dirt. All right. There's a lot of reasons why people don't run muzzle brakes, usually in like the military or defensive roles. One is flash. The other is signature. So when you're shooting, you're moving a lot of brush, you're kicking up a lot of dirt. It's kind of a telltale of where to shoot. So so you guys will learn that if you don't see the target, do not shoot. I thought that one was kind of common sense, but yeah, please don't do that. You're wasting your bullets, you're wasting, the paper down there. Just wait until you have a good, clear sight, and then, break your shot. Because there will be a lot of people shooting, and we're going to break you into two groups. Not everybody's going to be online all at once, but there will be a lot of shooting. There will be dust kicking up. So just take your time, make sure you have a good sight picture, good trigger pull, everything's perfect, and break your shot. All right. If you guys have any malfunctions that you don't know how to clear, just raise your hand. Just, put the gun on safe if you can and raise your hand, and we'll come over to you. All right, but this is going to be very controlled, and we're going to, watch everybody as we're doing this. All right. Alrighty. All right, so if we can just have everybody line up here, we're going to count you off into ones and twos. For the table people, you guys can go at the same time. And then for the table people,
Let's go in one line, please. One,
Scooch, scooch.
two. One, two.
Two.
One, two. One, two.
You gotta remember.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. Don't hurt.
That's a good idea wearing that too. It's in the car though.
This one? No, this is David's old.
Oh, you're not gonna kick up dust on that one, huh?
I don't know. Though.
I won't. You'll shoot forward.
yeah.
One's online right now. Two's take a step back.
just hang on a second. You got ones on? Yep. Okay.
Before you start the line.
Do they have supervision? I guess I'm going over there.